Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's hard for me to find words, but yeah, it's been really tough couple weeks for me. I had a death in the family, and I couldn't basically do nothing. I just kind of trying to get back to normalcy, some kind of normalcy. And last week, when this was all happening, first of all, guys, I would like to thank everyone in the reselling community for kind words on my Instagram account. And I'm pretty sure that it was really nice for me to see the support from the reselling community, and it was really nice to know that whatever happens, unfortunately there are things in life that no one, certain things you cannot control. And I was really in a bad kind of condition last week. I was relying on my family to pull me out a little bit, because I had a severe panic attack last week, the day before the funeral. And I was stupid enough to go sourcing actually to Goodwill. I was not feeling good, and I went to Goodwill and I almost lost my consciousness there. I was like walking and was looking at stuff and wasn't even concentrating on anything. I was like, there was like a block in my head, and had like shortness of breath and stuff. And I just, it's a good thing I called my wife, and she actually drove to pick me up. Had to leave my car at Goodwill. And I went to the hospital actually also, so they check what's going on. But it was similar situation as I actually had when my dad passed away in the end of 2019. When I almost went to the hospital. I think I was in an emergency room for like 3 times, and they did all types of tests on me, and I had like panic attacks, and couldn't control it. Unfortunately, it's something. And the good thing, when you have close people, around, and great support from reselling communities that have been shown all the time since I started my channel, and really appreciate it, guys. It's been tough, especially as when something happens to your loved ones. For me personally, it's like something that I cannot take sometimes at all. And in this situation, it was really difficult. I'm even right now, like today, finally I decided to put out a video finally. And I wasn't going on any social media platforms, on YouTube at all. Was not watching anything. And yesterday was a holiday, as you know, and the post office was closed, everything was closed. But the good thing, I had a lot of sales. I didn't even list anything for over a week. And the good thing, I had over 20 sales still. And I'll show you. I got this bag full of packages, got 2 more bags in the trunk, and I'm actually at the post office right now. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate all your support. Hopefully I'll be fine. Couldn't sleep normally. It just took me out again really badly, similar to when my dad passed away. When it was really something which actually I barely kind of made it out. because when my dad passed away, there was a lot of my brother actually came over from Florida to stay for a little bit here in Cleveland after the funeral, because I was not in a normal condition at all. I wasn't trying to concentrate on something new, like, you know, positive, and I just sometimes, you know, something gets into this stuff, gets into my head, and it just goes haywire right away. It just when I did the sourcing, I would have kind of, you know, think about something else, and I tried that last week before the funeral happened, and it didn't go well. And now I'm kind of it's just now I'm sending my wife to do the sourcing because I don't want to go right now, because similar thing exactly happened when my dad passed away. I went to Goodwill after the funeral, and I almost I felt like I'm gonna pass out. And the good thing, I don't know how I made it home. I just ran out from Goodwill. You know, I was kind of short on breath, and still made it home. And then I had to go to the hospital, to the emergency, because I was feeling like I was having like a heart attack or something. But yeah, guys, so also wanted to mention something. I actually learned yesterday about Johnny's Kajun reseller situation, Kajun Roots reseller, sorry. And I'll put Johnny's new channel link in my video in the description, so please subscribe to his new channel, please. I just learned about this whole situation yesterday. I wasn't even in this at all until I just yesterday I started to turn on YouTube a little bit and looking at stuff, even though I kind of didn't want to do anything at all yesterday. I was packing stuff. Usually I had over 20 packages, and I packed like, you know, usually I pack fast, but yesterday it took me like whole day to pack. Like, I started in the morning and finished like probably at 9 in the evening packing 20 orders, which I usually do usually by afternoon. So I was kind of not in it also. But anyway, guys, I got something interesting that I want to share with you, so stay tuned, about a negative feedback I received. This was also happening during this whole time when my relative passed away, and there was this crazy buyer. It's just unfortunately, when it rains, it pours, and I had to deal with him kind of, even though when last week I didn't even message him anymore. So I'll show you what happened originally, what he wrote to me, and how eBay helped this time. So for you guys who are experienced sellers, you already have had experience with this in the past and know the situation. Most likely new sellers will learn how to deal with it for sure from this video, and I'll show you the messages. So stay tuned, guys. So forgot to mention, guys, we had like a big snowstorm yesterday. Well, it was actually started the day before yesterday. As you can see, like mountains of snow. They actually cleaned the roads today finally, because yesterday was horrible. I didn't even come out to drive at all anywhere, because it was impossible to get through. Today it is actually, the roads are clean, and we had like probably in some areas 20 inches of snow, like 2 feet, and some areas more than that. As you can see right now, they already cleaned some roads entirely. Some roads are still they're still cleaning today because it's not snowing. And yeah, So far they did a great job. Okay guys, as I promised, I will show you this particular transaction where the buyer left me negative feedback after claiming that he received wrong product from me. So it all started on January 8th. I sold him the product on January 1st, and I think he received it probably on January 7th. I don't remember, but anyway, I will just show you the messages that I made screenshots because I didn't want to reveal that buyer's eBay ID. So if you guys are interested, let me know and on Instagram, and I'll send you the user ID. So maybe you can also block this buyer if just in case, you know. But anyway, so let me show you the product first that I sold to this buyer. This is a product right here. This is a Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales Q-Fig Elite Diorama figure from 2020. And I bought 9 of them at Walmart on clearance. I paid $5 each. And I sold 4 already. And they've been selling for $24.99 plus $9.99 shipping. So I made sure, I always make sure, and you guys also, some sellers, you can do that also if you would like. You can make all photos of the box because it's a brand new product. So I make all photos from each side of the box. So this is one main photo. Then there is a photo of one side of the box. And the box actually opens up right here. You can open it up. There is a photo with a barcode, with a UPC code. There is a photo of the top of the box and bottom of the box right here. And that's a photo of the Spider-Man figure. So that's an actual figure inside, which is pretty cool. So as you can see here. Anyway, so this buyer purchased it on January 1st. And on January 8th, I get a message from the buyer. Right here it says, "Hello, I ordered the Miles Morales Spider-Man Q-Fig from you. You sent me the Batman last night on Earth. I would like you to correct the order. Please advise. Thank you and God bless." So at that point of time, I already kind of had a feeling it's not gonna go well. Because I had a feeling this is one of those situations where there may be bait and switch type of scenario if this buyer opens the return case, you know, and returns me the wrong product, not because he's already claiming that he got Batman instead of Spider-Man. So anyway, I replied right away, "Dear buyer, I shipped you exact brand new figure in a retail box with Spider-Man. It can't be a Batman inside of that box, since it was never opened and it came directly from the store. Can you please make a photo of what you're talking about? Maybe you have mistaken me with the other seller on eBay. I know those are all Spider-Man Q-Fig figures. Thanks." So he responds to me with photos of the shipping box. So yeah, you guys will see it here in a screenshot. I'm not gonna make it bigger because it shows the addresses. But this box is my box for sure, because I know this is my box that I shipped it in. So this is a shipping box. And he wrote, "Please let me know, how do you plan to correct this?" So I sent him message, "Can you please make a photo of the actual Q-Fig box? I only see my shipping box." So he replied with the photos of the actual product box. And just wanted to show it to you guys. Here's one of the photos that I enlarged for you guys to see. As you can clearly see, this is not a Spider-Man. That's Batman, Last Night on Earth. And that's not my product that I shipped to him. So he wrote, along with those photos that he attached of the Batman box, he wrote, "Have to admit, this is pretty frustrating. Don't understand why the burden of proof is on me. This came from you. In your box?" With question mark, exclamation point, question mark. "Here you go. Please let me know next steps. Thanks." So, as I've shown you guys, so he sent me 5 photos of that Batman box, not Spider-Man. And here's an enlarged photo of one of the photos I made for you to see. So it says Batman clearly. So at that point of time, I already know I already knew right away it's not gonna go well. But he already made it to the point where he is claiming that he received Batman, and I know for 1000%, maybe a million, that I've shipped him Spider-Man, because those are the only ones I have. So I called eBay at that point of time, and also contacted eBay for Business on Facebook. So I called eBay and talked to the representative, and I already told the representative to check the messages, original messages from the buyer, back and forth, and my replies. And I told them that the buyer is claiming that they received a wrong product, and I know for sure I shipped them the correct product. So eBay representative tells me the buyer needs to open a return case, which is the proper way of handling this particular situation. That's what eBay rep told me, is that it doesn't matter if he is claiming that he received wrong product from you or not. The buyer has to open return case, since I provide free returns. And if the buyer will ship me wrong product, at that point of time I need to contact eBay, and they will be telling me what to do, basically. So I sent a message, which was my last message, to the buyer, to please open return case in eBay and return it. I need to show this to eBay for Business, because I already at the time also talked to eBay for Business on Facebook, and they basically told me the same thing as the eBay rep on the phone. So that the buyer needs to open the return case and ship back the product. And I told them, make sure the package is unopened. I'm talking about the actual Spider-Man QFIG box, not my shipping box. I will inspect it, and upon eBay for Business approval, will issue refund. But I just basically, this is for my own type of, not like to make me feel better, kind of, because I mean, it doesn't matter. The buyer, if he would have opened the return case, he would have returned me, whatever he wanted to return. And you know how those things are usually going. So anyway, so I told him to open the return case. So he sent me. Also, forgot to mention that at the time when I spoke to eBay representative, he told me to also report this buyer, which I did. I went to report buyer page, and I selected that buyer, and there is an option which basically you have to select when you report the buyer, to select like why you reporting him, for what reason. And I selected that the buyer is claiming that they received wrong product. So I did that, and also eBay told me at that point of time basically that the buyer needs to open a return case. So after that, the buyer sent me a message saying, "Listen, I'm an incredibly busy person. This is a ridiculous waste of time. I run a large business. I have 5 kids. I'm traveling to VA every week to train with Navy SEALs. I don't have time for this. You have a 100% positive feedback. I don't want to ruin that for you. Let me know a mutually beneficial solution and we can go from there." Once again, guys, he is already right here saying he's blackmailing me, or you can call threatening me to leave me negative feedback. And he wants to be a mutually beneficial solution. In my opinion, guys, I think he wanted two things to happen. At least one of those things. He wanted either for me to give him full refund, so he'll keep the product, so to say, my product, the correct product, Spider-Man. So basically, he'll get it for free, or which would be a ridiculous type of thing if I would have kind of, you know, keep messaging him. He would probably say, "You have to ship me the correct product. Ship me a Spider-Man," and I'll have to ship him another Spider-Man. So he'll have two Spider-Mans. Anyway, that's what I thought would be in his mind a mutually beneficial solution. But most likely, he would have wanted a full refund without sending the product back to me. So anyway, and after that, as eBay told me, actually not to respond to him anymore. The eBay representative told me the buyer has to open return case, and that's gonna be basically a situation where what's supposed to happen. So I don't need to respond to him anymore. So I didn't after that. So after that, in a couple days, I think, he sent me another message. "I have not heard from you since my last message. I'm in VA putting in 13-hour days with SEALs. Let me know a mutually beneficial solution. Me jumping through a bunch of hoops is not a mutually beneficial solution. By Friday." So Friday was last Friday, January 14th. "Or I will give you a 1-star rating." Once again, he is blackmailing me. "Pretty simple. I ordered Miles Morales. You sent me the wrong item. Asked nicely multiple times how you plan on correcting. Got defensive. Gave me the runaround. You give me a solution that works for both of us. Thank you." And like you guys saw, I already gave him a solution to open up return case and return it, which is normal procedure. Even though, as you understand, he would have sent me an empty box, sent me Batman back, which is not my product, or even send me like completely different product, or I would whatever he can send me. I don't know. So after that, that was like 2 days after the previous message. So on Friday, January 14th, he sent me this last message right here. "This is your last opportunity. I got home at midnight last night. My wife and 5 kids have a snow day. This is the last thing I want to worry about. You have 24 hours to propose a mutually beneficial solution. I drop a 1-star rating feedback on your site. I'm a reasonable guy, not asking for anything ridiculous. Just simply a thoughtful win-win solution. You have 24 hours." I think it was actually on Thursday that he sent this message. So this was Thursday, or I think it was Friday. I don't remember. I think it was Friday. Sorry. So this actually was on Friday. That's the message on Friday. So he gave me 24 hours. And once again, guys, I'm not responding to him anymore. So I stopped responding after I told him to open the return case, per eBay customer service representative and also eBay for business. They both basically told me to stop responding. And also at that time, actually, what happened was, I think, with this particular message right here, where he said he was an incredibly busy person and this is a waste of time. I actually called eBay again, and I talked to the rep again, and I told them to look at this message. At that point of time, the rep told me to stop responding and also block him. So I went ahead and blocked this buyer. As you guys, most resellers know, you've dealt with that situation most likely, and you already blocked buyer, so you know how to do it. But that's what eBay rep told me, to block him. And this was where he gave me 24 hours. And let me see. And yeah, on Saturday, I think on Saturday, he left me negative feedback. Or it was Sunday. I just, I think it was Saturday morning. So here's the negative feedback. I made a screenshot because eBay already removed it. But I made a screenshot of that feedback. He said in the feedback, I ordered a Spider-Man Miles Morales Q-Fig. Mega Product Variety sent me Batman last night on Earth. I simply asked them to correct the order. They had me take multiple pictures, upload them. Pictures of their box with the incorrect item unit. They gave me a runaround and despite multiple attempts on my end, they would not work with me on an appropriate win-win solution. I'm very disappointed. All I wanted was the correct items that I ordered. Which is just incredible, guys. Incredible. I mean, and by the way, here's another scenario where you can also report the buyer, and you also can request revision if you would like. Instead of calling eBay, you can do those in your feedback profile. You can do a reply to the feedback, report the buyer, or you can request revision. So anyway, so that's a feedback that this buyer left. And I called eBay and I explained to them the situation that they already knew because they put a lot of notes in that case. Also, eBay for Business also knew about the situation. So when I called eBay, I told them that the buyer finally left negative feedback, and I told them to go over all the messages from me to the buyer and from buyer back and forth. And eBay rep told me not to worry, as they usually do, and they will try to, remove the feedback, which I kind of also at the time was kind of doubting, in terms of previous previous attempts, not like recent ones, but in the past. I know that most of the time eBay, most of the time sides with the buyers and doesn't remove feedback. But since I knew that he was blackmailing me and stuff like that with a 1-star rating, I had a feeling they will remove it. So I get a message from eBay. It says, "Good day. Thank you for contacting eBay about your recent transaction and about the Spider-Man Q-Fig diorama figure." And I removed the buyer ID here, and eBay representative also name I removed. So, and it says, "I understand that you're requesting for the feedback to be removed. I know how it feels when you have done all you can to provide the satisfying buying experience to your buyer and it was not appreciated. And I'm really sorry that you need to contact us regarding issue. Again, I will make sure this gets resolved today. Looking at the whole transaction, I can see you try to work things out with your buyer by requesting for them to open a return case. I would like you to know that this is not your fault, and as a part of our seller protection, I have removed the feedback left by your buyer. And I assure you that your buyer won't be able to leave another negative feedback for this particular transaction." So, guys, that's a situation that I wanted to discuss with you, and just basically, you know, it's kind of a one of those instances where you never know how it's gonna turn out, because I did what I had to do in terms of telling him to open return case to return the product, even though I knew right away that with this particular buyer I may get something else returned, because he already shown photos of the product that was not mine. So, and those are difficult to prove sometimes and takes more time. If he would have returned me Batman, I would have to call eBay again, and they would have to kind of go in, compare everything, and my listing and whatever buyers claimed has he received from me. But it would have been more difficult to actually fight back, in my opinion. Of course, like in this scenario, um, I would have probably won, maybe, if he would have returned it to me and it was not Spider-Man, because they would have probably looked at my listing, even though most likely, you know, it's hard. It's just you cannot predict what will happen. But sometimes you either have to take the loss, or you want to kind of fight it and prove your point, because none of you guys sellers want to deal with this and go through this kind of stuff, to just send something to your buyer and then the buyer will claim they received different thing. So it's I'm pretty sure none of you sellers resellers are gonna be happy with that. And of course in this case, like some of you would say, this was a $5 cost on the purchase, so it's not like huge amount invested. But you know if those compile, and you're gonna have buyers doing that to sellers constantly, saying they receive wrong items, which thankfully doesn't happen often. But when it happens, especially on the expensive items, this is kind of one of those more serious instances, because how eBay backs up buyers a lot, and sometimes in a situation like this, they backed me up as a seller, even though I think it helped me that the buyer in 3 messages told me that he will leave me 1-star rating. I think it helped eBay to decide it in my favor to remove the feedback. Because if he would have just, without even messaging me, opened the return case and left me negative feedback saying he received wrong product, I don't know how it would have turned out. Because I know that if he would have opened the return case and I provide free returns on this particular item, I know eBay most likely would have backed me up also and removed that feedback. But if he, for example, would not have opened the return case and left me negative feedback by just saying I sent him incorrect product, I know from the past experience eBay told me that buyers have the right to express their own opinion on a transaction, regarding transaction, and they don't have to return it or open a return case. They can just leave you negative feedback, which is gonna be in this scenario, it's most likely gonna be difficult to remove. But you never know. It depends on which representative at eBay looks at it and how they look at it, so it's unpredictable. All right, guys, that's what I wanted to share with you today. It would be kind of an educational type of thing. Most of you resellers, I'm probably pretty sure, have dealt with similar situations, but it's going to be good for newer sellers on eBay, especially, to check it out, just to have some kind of knowledge on what to do if you have a situation like this come up. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day and stay safe. God bless.